Archbishop Lagdameo ended by saying that we can strive to work for more success and not be happy with failures. My dear delegates from Cebu, I have just received a text message saying that Region 12 of Mindanao at the pre-Saam meet, which finished yesterday, lost 3-2 to Cebu soccer team. Congratulations, Cebu. But I texted the priest who gave me the message, silver still glitters, not just the gold, so congratulations. Supreme Knights and his party, Brother Knights, I wish to thank Sir Knight Arsenio Isidro Yap, Luzon Deputy and Convention Chairman, and all those behind organizing this convention for inviting me and giving me a chance to address the Knights from all over the country. It is not every day that one has the chance to witness a national gathering of Knights of Columbus from all the four corners of the Philippines. All of you must find a renewed fellowship in your cause as you exchange notes with each other on how each of you, in your own peculiar way, have lived out the inspiration behind the organization that we call the Knights of Columbus. Surely after this gathering, you will be better emissaries of the new hope that you would want the world to know. And what should this new hope be? Allow me to hark back to what the Holy Father, Pope Benedict XVI, reminded the Knights of Columbus almost 4 years ago when he exhorted the Board of Directors during a private audience on October 3, 2008, to strive for growth in holiness. In that exhortation, the Holy Father pointed out that the holiness of each Knight of Columbus should find expression in at least 3 ways. First, in the work of charity that Knights participate in at the local level. Second, in the prayers and sacrifices that the Knights bear witness in the parishes of the various districts. And third, in the exercise of leadership by the Knights when they unhesitatingly stand by and defend the Christian moral truths necessary for a free and humane society. Charity. When the Knights of a local council provide for and are consistently present in the feeding of malnourished school children, or when the Knights are the first to respond to the plight of flood victims or refugees, as we heard in the Visayas report, refugees from armed conflict, a clear message is delivered to the community, if not to the whole world. That message will be heard more clearly than if it were delivered in spoken words, namely, that Jesus is to be encountered not among the rich and famous, the affluent and powerful, but among the poor and the powerless. The works of charity done by the knights teach the young more effectively than any catechism class could ever accomplish that Christianity is about service to others, and that to be a Christian is to strive to be the number one servant of mankind as Jesus Christ was. Prayer. When the knights of a local council organize and take turns in manning a 24-hour vigil before the Blessed Sacrament, or when the knights are consistently seen as taking leading roles in the liturgy and in parish processions, the unequivocal message sent to all, young and old alike, is that prayer is of utmost importance, so that it must be attended to individually as well as communally. The visible presence of the knights in the prayer life of the parish goes a long way toward heightening in the consciousness of others the need for some form of a spiritual life, one that lends itself to silence, allowing for self-examination, all of which prepares and predisposes every Christian to commune with his or her God. Moral stand. When the Knights of Columbus organize a march for life to call attention to the plight of the unborn, often unwanted and nonchalantly aborted, society is afforded a chance to reform and to renew itself. When the Knights of Columbus speaks out against those who denude our forests, who poison our rivers with chemicals, pollute the air we breathe, our whole planet is given a second chance to survive despite the wounds it has already sustained. There are many more moral issues on which the Holy Father says the Knights of Columbus should not hesitate to make known their stand. Why? Because silence and neglect on these issues only serve to weaken the foundations of a just and humane society, and without any moral foundations, mankind cannot long endure. In making moral stands on the crucial issues of mankind, our organization, just like the Catholic Church, can be met with apathy or opposition or worse, persecution. But stand up we must if we are true to our faith and sincerely love mankind. What is asked of the Knights of Columbus, be it works of charity or active participation in the prayer life of the Church, or standing up for the powerless and defenseless among God's children, is nothing less than heroic holiness. You know full well that when you take the side of God and of His Son, Jesus Christ, very often you have to take a loss. You trade off a convenient and easy life for one that is unpopular, maligned by the wealthy and powerful, and one that relies on and rests under the shadow of the cross. And so, my brother knights, I say to you today, on our second day of this National Convention, you have chosen to make known to the world the new hope that is called holiness. May our founder, the Venerable Michael McGivney, accompany us and intercede for us in our quest for holiness that is alone the hope of the world. Thank you, and may God bless us all.